Okay. Audio levels look good. Microphone might be a bit much. We'll see. Let's see if we turn that there. That could work out a little better. I don't know. Maybe the game sound is being picked up by the microphone too. So we shall see. Is that a little better? My apologies. I should have checked that beforehand. I thought I had it at the right spot. Still more? Wow, that seems like a lot of days over. Okay, well, hey Digital Valor, thanks for dropping by. Thought you were having lunch. How are the sounds? Does it sound like the microphone is picking up the game as well? I think I might need to adjust the audio level on that too. All of these settings were set before the latest update to OBS Studio, and looks like all my audio levels are way out of range. So I may have to try and tweak that some more. That just seems, yeah, see, it maxes out solid red sometimes when I'm talking. So let's try to go. We'll do that. See, that's the screen I was talking about before. Let's try 125. See if that makes a difference. Keep getting notifications. Not sure how to turn those off. See if we can do it that way. Hey, Death, how you doing? Thank you for the love, my friend. At work on a conference call, but got you tabbed up. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's great. So let's transition back. See if we can get things going. Hey, Clinda, thank you. A double lurk. Haven't had that before. Second work computer, second Twitch accounts, which is my wife's. Very nice. Appreciate that. Thanks everyone for being here. This is a little bit different for me. I am attempting to try Diablo II. This is version 1.14b. It's a couple versions back. I did not install the Lord of Destruction expansion pack on this one, and I'm actually starting it from the very beginning. That's why I'm still at the main screen here. I have not even set up a character yet, so I'll need to do that. But I'm playing with the audio levels a bit. I don't know if the microphone is picking up my external speakers or if everything is okay there. So let me know what you think. I've had to tweak settings since the last OBS Studio update, and it's a little bit different, so I'm trying to tweak things back. I'm close to being back to just the regular 100% on the microphone and the desktop audio. Well, actually, in fact, I did go back to 100% on the desktop audio and then had to use the slider bar to adjust it down so that the level is where I want it to be. It might actually still be a little bit high, but if you guys can hear it okay, then I may leave it there. I'm trying to not have the microphone be overwhelmed by the desktop audio, so that I'm trying to balance that back again. So let me go back. I think I'm just going to set both at 100% and then make the adjustments with the sliders. See how that does. So we switch back to this. It did take me a while to get my Diablo II working properly, so that helped. So let's go back. Now I've got the screen. I had to use the just to pick up just a regular display. And what was weird is the display scene that I had set up in my original Diablo 2 scene in OBS was not seeing the display properly, my monitor. So I used my master scene and just copied that in, and now it seems to be working. I have no idea what the difference is, but I like to do single player. If I go to BattleNet right now, it will do the patch up to the current version, which is 1.14d as in Delta, and I kind of want to see how this works out, because it's been a long time since I've done any of this. So we'll go single player. That was my test. I think I'm just going to leave him, but let's do a new character. I like playing barbarians, so we'll see how that goes. Anyone want to throw out a name, or should we just pick something? I'll let you guys decide if you want to try it. There's I'm not very creative on names, so. Hey Trucker, how you doing? Welcome back. Max? What is Max? Is that the sounds are too loud? Is that what you mean, or you want Max as the barbarian name? Because I can do that. The name. Okay, great. Hey, Seasidler, how you doing, sir? How's it going over there? Yeah, so the name will be Max. We can do that. You'll also notice that down below the character name, Max the Concord. Okay, I can't do spaces, but we can do that. So, but down below the character name, you'll notice it only has a checkbox for hardcore. This version is before the ladder option was available, and before the expansion, because I'm not running the expansion pack, the Lord of Destruction, so there's no expansion character available on this. Misspelled? What did I misspell? What are you talking about, Trucker? Concert? Or you want Conqueror? if it'll be able to see it. Oh, okay, I see. So, Max the Conqueror? How's that sound? It's hard to see because the name box doesn't show it all. So, Max the Conqueror. Sound good? I'll do that. So, okay, so these are the original characters. We have the Amazon. Okay, she's good with the spear and the bow. Very versatile fighter. We have the Necromancer. He does summoning of the undead minions and cursing his enemies. We saw the Barbarian. This is what I'll be using. Okay, unequaled in close quarters combat and mastery of weapons. And we have the Sorceress. Mastered the elemental magics, fire, lightning, and ice. And we have the Paladin. He's a natural party leader, holy man, and blessed warrior. So. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Trucker. So let's see how much room we have. How about Max D Conqueror? How's that sound? We could try that. Like I say, I don't know if I'll keep this character or not, and I may wind up patching everything up and installing Lord of Destruction. I may try and do the expansion pack and see if it stays at this level. That would be interesting. So here we've got him. We'll use the Barbarian. This is where we begin.
Good day.
So let's go talk to Wareve.
Greetings, stranger. I'm not surprised to see your kind here. Many adventurers have traveled this way since the recent troubles began. No doubt you've heard about the tragedy that befell the town of Tristram. Some say that Diablo, the Lord of Terror, walks the world again. I don't know if I believe that, but a dark wanderer did travel this route a few weeks ago. He was headed east to the mountain pass guarded by the rogue monastery. Maybe it's nothing, but evil seems to have trailed in his wake. You see, shortly after the wanderer went through, the monastery's gates to the pass were closed, and strange creatures began ravaging the countryside. Until it's safer outside the camp and the gates are reopened, I'll remain here with my caravan. I hope to leave for Lutgulain before the shadow that fell over Tristram consumes us all. If you're still alive then, I'll take you along. You should talk to Akara, too. She seems to be the leader of this camp. Maybe she can tell you more.
Okay, so while we're doing this, I'm noticing a lot of, I've got sunlight coming in through the window. Is that distracting to folks? Does it look okay? Am I being washed out on the camera? I can try to move that around a bit as far as lighting, close the curtains or whatever, turn on an interior light, but all of my light sources are basically behind me anyway, so. The way this is set up, Diablo was actually, the resolution on it was 640 by 480, and back then, for those that had the horsepower, could actually kick it up to a full 800 by 600 resolution. So there is that option. In fact, these are what you can do with the sound. It's not a whole lot. Got the sound maxed out. Music is turned down. There should be music in the background during the game, so if you do not hear the music, let me know and I can turn it up a little bit. I find it interesting and kind of adds to the questing as well. So. Video. Okay, so this one does not appear to be able to change the resolution. So maybe that was later on. Because I know the 114D you can change resolution, but these were already I installed this through BattleNet, so it's very possible that those settings have already been optimized, and it could be, you know, what the maximum whatever it is available. So
Yes? To the east are lands of great mystery, and the jewel city of the desert, Lut Gholein.
that's where Wareve is from, Lut Gholein. So here's my stash. Now, if you've played the other versions, the current patch, the 114D, you'll notice that the stash is much bigger, because there's definitely some differences from this version and the current version. For one, your maximum gold, okay, that seems to be decent, but my stash is significantly smaller than the current version. Down here we've got, this is what we have on our belt, and since we have no belt, we can only carry these four items. This will be the amount of gold we pick up along the way during our travels. Obviously, this is how much we can have maximum in our stash, and this is how much we currently have in our stash. Since we haven't started, we're at 0. This is basically our loadout. We have a hand axe. This shows how much damage it can do, its durability rating. So as we use it, the durability will go down and items would need to be repaired. And it tells the class that it's in, which is Axe class, obviously, and it allows us a fast attack speed. So, our buckler, that's our shield. Not bad. This is pretty much the basic one. Obviously, you start out at the very bottom. There, we don't have anything else. We have room for an amulet, so we'll need to find that as we go along. We have a space for a helmet. We can pick those up. Our armor suit. Here's where we would equip a belt. These two here and here are for rings that we need wear on each hand. And here we have some space for gloves. So that would all add to our durability and our defense ratings. In some of the newer patches, you would be able to carry a second weapon set. And there would have like a Roman numeral 1 and a Roman numeral 2 up here to switch between the two. So this is what we have. So we've already spoken with Wareve. This is our camp. Kind of see it a little better here. So these are the different individuals. We're standing here with Wareve. Akara is over here. Kasha, Geed, and Charcy. So we'll go meet those players as well.
Good day to you, partner. I'm Geed, and I can already tell that I'll be your best friend in this forsaken camp. A spare weapon, some gold, a small gem is all I want in exchange for the equipment you'll need on whatever quest you might undertake. No, don't be shy. All of my items are guaranteed for life and come with a 2-day warranty.
Very generous, isn't he? A whole 2 days.
When, or if I get to Loot Lane, I'm gonna find the largest bowl of gnarled weed and smoke till all earthly sense has left my body.
Sounds like a happening place. Now, there are ways. You can see what he has. He's a merchant, obviously. One of the NPCs. So these are the items he has currently available for sale. One thing we've noticed about Geed is he has decent items, but he also tends to be quite a bit more expensive than others for some reason. That's just kind of the way he works out. So these are some of the weapons he has available. And as a barbarian, starting out with the hand axe, I like to work my way up and get some swords. That just seems like barbarians and swords just seem to go together. And some of the miscellaneous stuff that he has throughout the day, that's available as well. So that's Geed. Oh, you know what? We should go see Kasha, since she's over here as well. There she is. We'll talk to her.
Welcome, Outlander, to our glorious hovel. I know you're here to challenge the evil that's driven us from our ancestral home. But know this. Akara may be our spiritual leader, but I command the rogues in battle. It will take more than just killing a few beasts in the wilderness to earn my trust.
Kasha's kind of a bitch, but we deal with her as we do. Gotta understand where she's coming from, I guess.
Deserved its fate for letting evil loose upon the land. I only hope we don't suffer the same.
Okay, now we'll go up and see Charcy. Oh, where'd she go?
Wow, you're a barbarian, huh? It's really great to meet you. I've seen a few of your kind around here lately. I'm a little jealous. I wish I could go off adventuring with you. Oh, by the way, I'm Charcy, the blacksmith here in camp.
Yeah, thanks, Seasidler. I do kind of know the game. I've played it for a while. I am by no means an expert on Diablo gaming, play, lore, any of that stuff. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, I would suggest watching Extimus. That young fella is quite knowledgeable about the game. He has a YouTube channel with lots of videos, and his Diablo II knowledge and background is quite extensive and amazing. If you like seeing speedrunners, that type of thing, Mr. Llama SC, he's like a world record holder, and he does that kind of stuff. Yeah, those two individuals there, and there's many others, but those folks are well above my skill level. They play a lot at the higher levels. I basically play at the normal newbie level, so that's what I try to do. Let's see if Charcy has any gossip for us.
Akara, our priestess and seer, is most upset by the corruption of our sisters. I fear that she blames herself.
Okay. And Charcy, being a blacksmith, can repair weapons and armor and stuff like that. So if an item is able to be repaired, she is the one we come see to have it repaired. One thing that I do significantly different than other players is I like to explore. So some folks may find my gameplay boring because I like to explore every inch of every map. It doesn't matter how long I've played the game or how familiar I am with it. I let the NPCs do their talk so that everybody knows what's going on. I've watched some players playing games that I am not familiar with and wanted to find out about them, and they're so familiar with the game that when NPCs are speaking, they just click right through, so I don't get to see the dialogue or hear it. And to me, that's kind of annoying. So what I like to do is, if a character is speaking, I shut up and let them talk. That way everybody knows what's going on, we can follow it. If anybody new is out there lurking, then they get to see what the conversation is and what is happening, and get to figure out the quests as they unfold. So these are the items that Charcy has available. As you can see, all 4 tabs are set up, so she has quite a bit more extensive items. These are, as a blacksmith, she'll have a lot of weapons. Okay. Actually, there's a short sword already. And a lot of these items, the normal items, you'll find during the game too. So, but you can see each item has its own cost associated. It tells you the name. This one is blue, so it's kind of like a little magic item, which means that down below you can see it adds to your attack rating and it adds to your dexterity level. You'll notice the excuse me, I'm gonna have to go get some water, I think. You'll notice that the required dexterity level 28 is in red. That means I have not met that requirement yet, which shows why all these items are red. So I can buy them, but I cannot use them. So kind of pointless to buy them right now. But there's other things. I have the strength to use it. I do not have the dexterity. So her miscellaneous items, B2. And again, throwing knives. Okay. Required dexterity of 21. So don't have that yet. And armor that she has available. Now, we have not done any questing, so we have no money in our stash or on our person. So we need to go kill some things and collect some gold so that we can eventually come and buy stuff. So that's Charcy. Now we'll go see Akara. She's like the head honcho of the camp, just like Kasha said.
I am Akara, High Priestess of the Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye. I welcome you, traveler, to our camp, but I'm afraid I can offer you but poor shelter within these rickety walls. You see, our ancient sisterhood has fallen under a strange curse. The mighty citadel, from which we have guarded the gates to the east for generations, has been corrupted by the evil demoness Andariel. I still can't believe it, but she turned many of our sister rogues against us and drove us from our ancestral home. Now the last defenders of the sisterhood are either dead or scattered throughout the wilderness. I implore you, stranger, please help us. Find a way to lift this terrible curse, and we will pledge our loyalty to you for all time. There is a place of great evil in the wilderness. Kasha's rogue scouts have informed me that a cave nearby is filled with shadowy creatures and horrors from beyond the grave. I fear that these creatures are massing for an attack against our encampment. If you are sincere about helping us, find the dark labyrinth and destroy the foul beasts. May the Great Eye watch over you.
That second part there, that came up after her first initial speaking, I kind of clicked on it too fast, so I'm sorry about that. But did you notice the red symbol with the exclamation mark above the character's head? That indicates that that particular character has something to tell you, ask of you, or just some basic information. So We can also get gossip from him.
Even though the corrupted ones were once of our order, you need not shy from slaying them, for they stand between you and Andariel. Perhaps when the Demon Queen is dead, our sisters will return to life, but more likely, they will be forever bound to their unholy pact.
Also, the so-called gossip that NPCs will have can actually be extremely helpful information, so it's a good idea to check with them. When they start repeating the same gossip over and over, then that means there's nothing new that they can tell you, basically, just like anything else. So once you have the information, and you have all the information, you'll start seeing these messages pop up, and the same conversation will be happening over and over. Now, she's asked us to go clear out the Den of Evil, so you'll notice now there's a Den of Evil in the talk. So there's more information that she can give us.
I should add that many rogue scouts have died in that horrible place. We cannot afford to lose any more. If you choose to enter that den of evil, you must do so alone.
So, isn't that nice? It's like, hello, welcome, stranger. Would you go kill these items out here? And if you do want to go do it, you're going to have to do it on your own, because we can't afford to have any more killed. So, that's Akara. She has stuff to trade as well. Not as much as others. But she's a healer as well. So if we get injured and we don't want to use our healing potions, we can come back to her and she will heal us, which is kind of nice. She has a couple of tomes that we can purchase. That way we can store all of our individual scrolls in the tomes. You'll notice 1 scroll, 1 square. If we have 10 scrolls, then it's going to fill up 10 squares. This is where all the items go. Like with the hand axe, some weapons will require 3 spaces, some will require 4. Some of the throwing items like spears, javelins, things of that nature will take 6, possibly 8. And the larger weapons, like a scythe or any of those big, huge things, bardish, huge bladed weapons, they will take up 8 spaces. So your stash can get filled up, or your pack inventory can get filled up really quickly. So we have to be mindful of that. And she deals with the magic stuff. So wands, scepters, she'll use these. Barbarian doesn't use these very much, but Sorceress would definitely want to use something like this. So, that takes care of that. So now we have the quest log. This is where all of our different quests show up. And this is the first act that we're in, so we only have the 1 tab. As we gain more acts, we complete all of these tasks, we'll move on to the next act. Those will start showing up here, and the associated tasks that are involved in each act. So right now, we've got the Den of Evil. We're going to look for the den in the wilderness outside the rogues' camp. And another thing that I like to do is, I'm not sure if it can be done here, so I'm going to try it, but in the current version, your character can speak to the NPCs as well, or kind of respond. It's not totally interactive, but it gives a little bit more. So we just received all of this information from an individual. We've received a quest, so we can say
Thanks.
and move on. And I can do that with all of the characters. Now, since we've received a quest, we can see if there's other information available
Good evening.
when we talk. And there is.
The demons in that cave have claimed many of my finest archers. I wonder how you will fare.
Like I said, Akasha's a bitch. Or, yeah, Kasha's a bitch. So, we will just deal with that.
Thank you.
And we'll go see War Eve. See what he knows.
One who seeks that cave seeks death.
So, no biggie.
Thanks.
So, we'll go see what Geet has to say.
Greetings.
And also notice that as we spend time in the game, it changes from day to night. So you can see all that too. Hey, Maiden Gaming, thanks for dropping by, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying to do an older version. It's 1.14b. So without the expansion pack. So.
You're a brave soul. I'd sooner thrust my sacred scepter into the foulest carbuncular troll than set one boot into that cave.
Thanks.
So now we'll go see Charcy, see what she has.
Yes? The beasts from the cave have begun to roam throughout the countryside. You'd better be careful out there.
Thank you.
Okay, so since we're starting off, we've got absolutely nothing, very minimal items. So this is what we're going to go start roaming with. You bring up the map, you can see we've got an exit the camp over on this side, and there are different maps. You might exit over here, you might exit up here, so each map can be different. So we're going to be exiting off here towards the east basically. But before we do that, I'm going to head over here. And also anytime you go back to the campfire, you'll be able to find the trail that leads out. Because notice, it goes this way, that's towards our exit. But over here there's no other trails as we work around. So if you don't want to bring up your map, just walk around the campfire, find your trail, and that'll take you back to the outside. So I'm going to wait here. I'm going to go grab some water and I will be right back. So actually I've been streaming for almost 40 minutes, so probably you guys ought to get up and walk around a little bit, try and stretch out too. But I'll be back in a few minutes. In fact, I have to tab out to do that. You know what? I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to worry about all the fancy stuff. Be right back, guys. Alrighty, I'm back. Hey Rogue, how you doing? Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. Okay. This is what our map looks like currently. So, as we walk about, you'll notice
foul demons and beasts.
Sounds like good advice. So, as we move around, you'll notice that the map starts expanding and more information is added. As we walk around, there's a critter. So, got that one. And as we go, there are things to explore, things you'll find. And like I say, I like to fill in the map. So, and movement in this game is just like any of the others. Oh, you're on your phone? Okay. So as we go, you can move by clicking at a certain point, and it will go, your character will go to that point and stop. Or you can just click and hold the left button like most others, and you'll just continue walking in that direction. We can run, and as we run, notice the stamina bar changes. So when we stop or start walking again, we're able to rest, and our stamina builds back up. This is the experience bar. So we're at level 21 with experience points. We need to get up to 500 before we increase our character level. This tells us how much life we have available. So if that gets to 0, you're dead. So, and looks like that one critter got a shot at us, so we lost a couple. That's fine. And then mana, that's used for casting spells and things of that nature. We have attack modes that we can use, and they become available. You can use the Scroll of Town portal as a setting. So this would be your right mouse button, and this would be for your left mouse button. Yeah, I can imagine it's pretty tiny on here. This is not a large resolution game to start with. Okay, so onward and upward. So we'll just kind of fill in the map. And once I like getting at least one boundary set. There, this is where we're at. So now, that's the maximum distance it can travel. So we can come up a little bit, and then we'll just start heading around. This item right here is a well. So we'll go find that. Shouldn't be too difficult. Oh. There it is. Gold, yay! It's a quill rat. They also can drop potions. You can also, they'll drop equipment. All the characters, all the enemies, whatever creatures, whatever you want to call them, they can drop nothing. They can drop gold. They can drop equipment. They can drop potions, or they can drop nothing. You never know what you're going to get. And the gold values always changes. Sometimes it's high. There's another hand axe. So we check our inventory. This is the one we just picked up. It's in our pack, or in our inventory. Oh, that's great, Seasidler. I appreciate it. Lurk all you want. Tell your friends. Have them come out and lurk too. That would be great. So, has a little less durability than what our current one had, but it gives you the damage, tells you the name, durability, the class, and attack speeds. Very similar to what we have. So, like I said, notice that everything is white. All the text is white, so it's basically nothing fancy. But it looks like, hey, we accidentally found the Den of Evil already. Now, our character is still at level 1. If we tried to go into the den now, we may have some difficulty. So we might wind up dying, and that would be bad. So what we're going to do is, with the current weapons that we have, I'm just going to go around, try and build up our level a little bit. We'll pick up a couple of levels, get some gold, maybe see if we can increase our strength. And the dexterity, the vitality, and the energy. As you earn levels, you earn points, skill points that you can add to these values. And that will change the values over here. Resistances, those can take a while to build up. You need to find things. Some items, magic items, will add resistance. You can also add skill points, and that should to different items. But you'll see that as we come. as we go. So we now look at the symbol. We found the den, so we know where our primary task is. So now we're just going to go walk around, see what we can find. And there's a scepter. So now, notice it's red. And in this case, it's red because the level is too high for us to use it. We're only at level 1. So I would need to gain 5 more levels of experience before we'd be able to use this. But it adds +2 to thorns, +2 to might, and that's for the paladin character only. So for the barbarian, we won't get that because the barbarian does not know how to use that. But it would increase damage by 50% to the undead, and it's socketed, so we could add gems to this if we find any. And gems will add specific magic abilities to either weapons or armor as well. So, just more fun stuff. So we will continue just our journey walking around. We explore things as we find them. And you can attack. If you hold the shift key down, you will stand in place. If I hold the alt key down, that tells me what is available in the area. Now, even though I'm picking up a bunch of junk, some of it is helpful, some of it is literally junk. Notice the hand axe, its name is in a different color, and it tells that that's a little special item. So this one can have 2 sockets added to it, just like the scepter can. Notice its name is kind of a grayish too. Here we have a different buckler that also has a socket available, and then just a plain one, okay, or normal. That's what we have here is the normal. But this buckler has a defense of 5, 25% chance to block, and has a socket available. So, main difference between the one we're using and this one is the socket. It's available too. So if we find a gem, we can put a gem into this or into this as well. We can put 2 gems, 1 in each socket. I'm actually doing pretty decent with these one-shot kills. That's nice. But you got to get up to them first. He got me, so I lost some health experience here, or some life. See, I heard that, the different sound. I was able to block 2 of them. It got me again. So, bolts. Those are good for crossbows. Now, looking at our map, again, more items are being filled in, or more detail is filled in. Okay, we just leveled up. So, check our character real quick. Now we've gone to level 2. We have stat points available of 5. And then this is how you would add them. So we'll do that in a little bit when it's a little bit safer. Shrines are nice too because it can give you additional points or help you build up skills faster, your experience, things of that nature. So shrines are out there, we just need to look for them. Since we also leveled up, we also have a skill point that we can apply. We can do that here in the combat skills. This would be the first one we do, and each skill on the tree has a specific level requirement. So here you can see, in order to move on to leap, to have that skill, we would need to be at level 6. And here we could do double swing. If we were carrying 2 weapons, we could use that to double hit on characters or enemies and the targets, or attack 2 targets at the same time. But also we need to be at level 6. There are combat masteries. Right now, this is a bit of a difference between the current level too. At our current level, we have Sword Mastery, Axe Mastery, and Mace Mastery. These three here you need to be level 6 in order to use them. In the current version, the 1.14d, the current patch, all 6 of these would be available. So I could apply this to anything here. We'll more than likely put it into Sword Mastery once I have a sword. And then again, increased stamina can be done. You need to be at level 12 before you can do anything there. And Iron Skin, which improves your defense rating like it says, that's at level 18. And then War Cries, we can do the Howl, because we're currently there. You can see it's available. Or we can use it to find potions. We kill a monster, go up to it, right click. If it might find a potion, it might give us 2, it might give us 3, it might give us none, but you never know. But this gives you the different information on it as well. And then as you increase levels, level 6, these other items would be used. Taunt is a good one because it helps draw targets to you instead of making them scatter. That's what a shout would do. It warns of impending danger and improves your defense. So, but these are all the different items available. And you can see the lines. In order to use stun, I would already have to have a point here in bash, and I would need to be at level 12. To use the double swing, I need to have a point in bash, and I would need to be at level 6. So we'll use a skill. This will help us hopefully earn skill points a little bit faster. Okay, that went fairly well. So we hold the Alt key, we can see where items are in that area. And you don't have to do that. Sometimes if you hear the item drop, but you can't find it, using the Alt key will help you identify its location. So it's handy. Other times you can just, if you see it, then you can just go up to it. Now here's stamina. This would allow me to run all over the place for quite some time, but we've already got a skill available, so let's do that. Okay, so you heard that item drop. There it is. So if I hear something drop and I'm not able to find it, if I'm searching all around it, okay, because you don't see it. Now they see the little shiny thing there. So that would tell me I have something over here that I can pick up. So I can do that without holding the Alt key. And items that you pick up, you can sell to the different merchants as well, which helps you build up your gold. Oh, that's a nice potion. I'm surprised that's here already. So this is what we've collected so far. Now this rejuvenation potion will help heal 35% of your life, and it should give you full mana as well. Also, our life value is refilled again. We were at 40. Every time you level up, it gives you full of life. It fills your life back up as well. Okay, looks like my chat dropped, so I'm going to refresh the screen. So I have no idea if anybody's been asking questions or saying anything. So hopefully that's coming back. So if you were asking questions or had a concern about something, go ahead and ask it again. Hey, John. Thanks for being here. Okay. So, let's continue. But let's see. You can see the different potion levels. Okay, we got minor potions, we have light potions. The points that this one can heal is 120. But I only have 57 maximum right now. So that would be a waste for me to use that. So this would be even still a bit of a waste because it can heal up 60 points and we only have 57. So we would want to add skill points to there to increase that total, and that would help out. Also notice that with the potions, the colors correspond to what they do. So blue, that gives you mana. Red, that gives you life. Purple, which is a combination of red and blue, does both. So, and we've collected 16 gold coins so far. So now we're getting close. Now we're reaching back to where the camp begins. So since we're here and we're almost full, let's take advantage of it. I'm going to go to my stash, put some items in there that I do not want to sell accidentally, because I've done that before. Rejuvenation potions and light potions are good to have. The minor potions will be helpful for us right now. We've collected one key. I'm going to save. Well, we need to repair it. Actually, no. I'm not going to spend money on repairing things at the moment. And we'll hold that in reserve as well. But we'll sell that. Yep. And that, let's see. 26 of 28, 27, so we probably get that one fixed. We'll sell that, and that, that, and that. We'll keep those. And we'll just keep these here because it'll be quicker to open up and grab here than it would be if they were over here on this side. So this is my stash, so that's what we're going to keep. So let's go sell something to Geed.
Good evening.
So that now that we're at a merchant, you missed a little bit. See, yeah, wasn't too bad. There'll be plenty more though. Don't worry about that. So now that we've gone and we're talking with a merchant, the items we have in our inventory now have a sell value associated with it. So, whoop, excuse me. Okay, not important enough to bother with. So, here we've got a hand axe. It's going to be worth 85 gold coins to us if we sell it. Shows you the damage it can do, its current durability, and its class. You're always going to see the name, the damage level that it can do, or the damage range, its durability, and its class. So that will always be there. So, whoa, look at that scepter. My goodness. That's quite a bit. So we can sell that for 5,000 gold. It shows you its damage level, its durability, any requirements that it has. So it does have a strength requirement and a level requirement. We meet the strength requirement, but not the level requirement, so we cannot use this right now. And it also shows you the class. And because this one is socketed, and it's also, well, because the name is grayish, that tells us it's a special item. So the specialties that you can see below is +2 to thorns, +2 to might for the paladin, plus 50% for damage to undead, and this also has 2 sockets. So, that's nice. And then bolts, more arrows, and another buckler. So, since we're here at Geed, we can sell, and here's your sell and buy. So we're going to sell the axe to him and the buckler. And that's all we're going to do for right now. Now we have 129 gold pieces. If we wanted to look and see, to buy something, you just hover over it. You can see its cost, its name. Again, this one is great. So it gives you the defense and the durability, and because it's gray, that tells us it's special, and it has a socket available to it. That's the blue items. Those are basically the magic items or magical abilities that are added to it, an item. So, but that's how we check things out. For now, we're just going to go on, see what else we've got. So we'll go see Charcy. And we'll sell those. I probably should have sold the weapons to Charcy and sold these here, but that part doesn't matter. It doesn't change the values or anything like that. Charcy is not going to give you more or less gold for an item than Geed will. So, doesn't really matter where you sell them, but...
What you need?
I kind of like to try and do, you know, weapons and things. I'll give them to Charcy because Geed can be a little bit of a knucklehead later on. So... But notice now, Charcy has 2 additional buttons available. She can repair a specific item for us, or she can just repair all of our equipment and it will tell you how much it costs. If something needs to be repaired, like the scepter, if I say, oh, I want to see how much it is, I select the individual repair item and hover over it, and it tells at the top there that the repair cost would be 455 gold pieces. Well, this is an item that I will not use. It's not for my character, so I'm not going to be spending that much gold on anything, or on this one for repairs, even if I had that much. So I could not repair this right now anyway, because I do not have enough gold. So, we will go ahead and sell. We'll sell the bolts for 18 gold. And some arrows for 42. And every time you sell something, you can see the gold in your inventory increases. Pretty straightforward. Since we're here, that needs 1 point of durability. Notice it's 27 of 28, so it's starting to become weakened by use, which is normal. And same thing with our buckler. It's down 1 point. So let's go ahead and just repair everything right now. So now when we check, our durability is maxed out, 28 of 28 on the X, and on the buckler, our durability is 12 of 12. So we're back to full durability.
Thanks.
We say our thank yous and head over to Akara. Now also notice, before we get to Akara, my life is at 55 out of 57. So you should hear a sound when I approach Akara.
Greetings.
That sound right there says, hey, something has changed. And notice now my life is 57 of 57. So whatever injuries I had, she healed them up. Welcome back, trucker. So we don't need to talk. We don't, because we're already on a quest. We can.
Charcy is young and innocent. However, I believe her barbarian blood thrills to the prospect of adventure and danger. She takes great pride in her work and finds comfort in the fact that her weapons and armor are helping to end this evil plague.
So, more information. If you're taking too long on a quest, then they can give you some other kind of mean-spirited type of information too. So let's
Your
see.
task is not complete until you have killed all the demons in that cave.
Did you notice the change in her tone of voice? It's like, hey, knucklehead, it's obvious. You can't finish the quest until everything is dead. So we'll trade with her. Like I said, she has potions and the magic weapons. Scepters, wands, staffs, things of that nature. So we can't use this, so that's going to give us a whole bunch of money, which is great. I like to keep these because as we add armor, when you add a belt, it can give you an extra level. So instead of only being able to carry 4 items, I would be able to carry 8. And then other belts and other things of that nature can add an additional level up to, I believe, 4. So you could be carrying 16 items basically on your belt. And this is great for potions and things of that nature. So hopefully if we get to that point, I'll be able to show you. So let's buy this. By right-clicking an item when you select the buy, it automatically says yes, you don't do the extra point. If I left-click, it says do you want to buy? This is how much it costs, yes or no. So I say yes. So using the right-click skips that part and says put it in my inventory, I want it. So now that we've done that, turn that off. Here's our tome of Town Portal. We have 2, and since we have this one, we can add it to the tome. Do the same thing for the Identify. So now we can move them over here, and the tomes will hold all the items and take up much less space in our inventory. She doesn't have any weapons that we want, so
Thanks.
we're done. We say our thank yous and we head on out. So, like I said before, Geed kind of charges or overcharges for his items. So let's go see what Charcy has. So we can basically purchase the best that's available right now. Defense 2, 12 of 12 durability. So same thing here with the Sash of Thorns. It costs more, but notice it also has the magical ability of that when one of the targets attack you, it will automatically receive 1 point of damage. So that can help. So let's buy that. Also notice, like I say, down here, nothing else is happening. So we'll buy that. So here's our new belt. And now notice, we have an extra level. So we can add more items here. So what I like to do, what was that? Looks like an alert was not working. Hopefully that'll show up somewhere. So obviously I still have some tweaking I need to do on this, so things will work properly. But to get back to what I was saying, okay, the sell value on these, since these were the original ones we were equipped with, is 1. And the sell value of the one I purchased was 15. So what we want to do, or what I like to do, is I will move these over so that I know my first 2 slots on the belt, number 1 and number 2, are the original ones. And that will allow me to just add different things over here on the side. So by this number 1 means if I'm getting low on health, I press the number 1 on my keyboard and it will use that item in that belt slot. So that would use that healing potion for me and re-heal my life. So we'll use the cheap stuff first. We don't want to use the stuff that costs, or the sell value that's a higher sell value, because we could actually go and sell these back if we don't use them, if we felt like we needed to. Oh, the follow. Thank you very much, Lady Havocs. I appreciate that. Yeah, you can tell I'm kind of a newbie at this. I've still got some things I need to work on. So we can close the belt. And let's see, with armor. Ooh, that's a good one. That should help us out a lot too. Generally, as you move from left to right, top to bottom, left to right, things become more expensive, more durable. They provide more, what do I want to say, more defense, which is always helpful. Oh, you're an Idahoan too? Where are you? I'm in Nampa. So we're going to buy, I think we'll go ahead and buy that. We got lucky finding that scepter, so I'm just going to grab the best of what I can grab for right now. Gloves, we can't use that. It's the level requirement. 529, defense 6, adds to attack rating and strength. That's helpful. So let's do that. And because the slots are empty, when you purchase an item, if it can go to a slot, it will automatically set it for you. Burley, that's not too far away. Of course, the entire state of Idaho isn't that far away either. You get just about everywhere in just a day, huh? Well, I'm glad to have you here, Lady Havocs. I appreciate it. So what else? We need boots, and we need a helmet. So I wonder, we might want to check. No, we can do that one too. Let's buy that helmet. And yeah, might as well. So now we're fully set. The only thing we're missing are rings and an amulet. Those are items you cannot buy. Well, they very rarely show up. So ooh, a short sword that has a socket. Okay, a little lower damage on the low end than our current axe, but it has has a little bit higher on the high end. So durability is 28 of 28, fast attack, slightly less durable, but also fast attack, and it's sword class, which is what I want to start using. Really, you're running into a lot of Idahoans on Twitch? I think you're the first one I found. Or that found me. Yeah, it's definitely like we don't have anything better to do. Yeah, actually, for me, if you scroll down below the window there, you can kind of get a little info on me. I'm a disabled veteran and a retired state employee, so I have a bit of time on my hand. Can't really do a whole lot, so this is like my outlet for socialization. So, kind of nice. Yeah, this one has sockets. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy this, just because I have the money for it as well. I don't normally get this lucky starting out with a brand new character, so I think I'm going to take advantage of it. So, we can sell items a couple different ways too. Again, clicking on the sell button, and then clicking on the item, and then it would say, do you want to sell it? Basically, yes or no. So I can say no, and since it's only one, this is fine. The other way to do it is you just pick it up and bring it over. It puts it in their inventory, and it added its value to my my inventory. So we can equip that, and now we're set. We've got a full loadout. We don't need to check anything else.
Thank you.
Everything is basically 100%. Come to our stash, and we'll put it here. This way, so actually, we don't need that now. You know what? Let's swap that out as well. I might even buy a different shield. So let's go back and see. Now, since I was already here talking to her, she's not going to say anything else, basically. Oh, my pleasure, Lady Havoc. I would do it again if I could. I appreciate you saying that, and thank you for your support. So, what was armor? So, here we have a shield, small shield, defense of 10, 30% chance to block, durability 16 of 16, and required strength of 22. Notice everything is white, so we meet those requirements. In comparison, this one does have a socket. Its cell value of 28. Generally what I found, the cell value is about 40 to 50% less than what the item value is. So as a comparison, okay, that's a magic one. So regular buckler costs 42. That has a defense of 4, 25% chance to block, durability of 12. So compared that, we have defense of 5 with a socket, and its cell value is 28. So that kind of gives you an idea. So we looked at that one, and we look at this one. This one has an enhanced defense. So you can see the defense value is in blue, which means it's magically increased. Normally the defense would be 10. Notice that's in white, so that's the base level. This one is 13, and it has the two magic items shown below. So an attacker would also take damage of 1. Now, since I moved all my gold out of my inventory and into my stash, I can still use it. I still have access to it. So with these, like I said, you can click on the sell button, click on the item and say, yes, I want to sell it. And now the gold is added to my inventory. Or I can just say, I can just pick it up and move it over, and it's automatically added. Do the same. This will add 28. So 28 and 86 is 114. Boom. That's how that works. So let's go ahead and buy. I think, like I said, since I got real lucky with that scepter, we're just going to buy the best. So we'll buy this. Now, when I do this, I only have 114 on me in my inventory, but I have this available in my stash. So watch, this will go to 0 and the rest of the gold will be taken out of my stash. Ta-da! And it automatically equipped it because the slot was open. So now we're good to go. This will be fun. So checking our stats, our strength was magically increased a little bit. Okay, we haven't added anything to dexterity, vitality, or energy. But here's the changes that we've had. Everything starts to increase. With barbarians, I kind of just I like to add 2 to strength. Because we got 5, I like to do it 2, 1, 2. I don't worry about mana because barbarians don't use mana very much until the upper levels, so we can wait on that. But I'll add 2 to strength, and with that particular weapon, notice it did not change anything. Okay, with dexterity, we'll add the 1, and notice the attack rating went up. And then with vitality, hopefully it'll add to the stamina and life values. So 1 and 2. So those get updated as well. Now that we have a sword, come to combat masteries, and we'll add one to the sword. So what it's going to do by adding this point here to this skill, it'll increase our damage by 28%. It'll increase our attack rating by 28%, and it will give us a 5% chance of a critical strike, which means basically a one-hit kill on some item or some targets. So we'll add that. So now we don't have any more. Check our characters. And here's the value changes. Notice this increased. Defense increased a little bit. So we're doing not too bad. We're at level 2. This is our current experience level. And this is what we need to reach before we move up to level 3. So that's what we're at. We shouldn't have to change anything. Our inventory gold is low, 0, so we are all set. Everything is ready. Full strength, full durability, ready to play. So we head on back out. Now normally you can save at this point as well, so you don't lose anything, but like I said, I'm not going to worry about that stuff. So we haven't explored very much. So let's just follow the trail for a little bit, see what we run into. So we'll turn off the map. We'll just stay on the trail. Oh, hello guys. There's a stamina potion. There's an equipment. Ooh, superior short bow. That'll be nice. Ah, a chest. We can find chests and loose rocks and things like that, loose boulders. Those are used for hiding things. Well, let me clarify. Those are used by the targets, the creatures, to hide things that they have. So, not us, but... Okay, I cannot put anything in the chest to hide it. But I can open it up and see if there's anything in there. This one is empty. Okay, so let's get back on track, on the trail. Did we miss anything? No, okay. Looks like we picked up everything. A lot of times, following the trail will lead you to your quest, or your quest location, and it can get you into some battles too to pick up things. Earn some items, you get some equipment, get some gold. Can also run into a big pack of critters and get you dead. So, okay, again, experience. So that would help us increase a little bit quicker. He's ignoring me. Okay, now we can get him. So let's hit the shrine. And we'll just search around, see what we can find. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Like I say, this is a game that I like to play, and I've played it quite often, but I also don't do a whole lot of talking while I'm playing in most games because I'm by myself. So I have no idea if I'm talking too much or if I am not talking enough. So any feedback there would be fine. A lot of times I just like to listen to the music and walk around. And like I said earlier, for the new folks, I played the old guy style. I like to explore every inch of every map, get all the details filled in, like to find everything, which also helps me level up quite a bit before moving on to the different tasks, and sometimes I wind up being at a much higher level than other folks would normally attempt it at, but that's just the way I like to play. So using that experience shrine helped us increase much faster. Come on, you. Turn around. Thank you. So, if we check our stats, with that little bit, we're now at level 3. This is our current experience that we just leveled up to, and the next level that we need to reach in order to move up to level 4. We now have 5 additional stat points that we can apply to any of these as we want. So, we'll do that later. See what's in here. Okay, we've already been in there. You can see the, oops. Yeah, you can see the blood on the floor and you can see the dead creatures, so we've already been in here. So let's head this way. Fill in the trails. And like I said, just by pressing and holding the left button, that allows us to just continue walking in that direction. There we go. There's a loose boulder. See if we can draw him out. Okay. So, notice, okay, loose boulder. So that means we can actually do something with that one. Notice this boulder. See the difference in colors and the textures or sheen? So, we can't do anything with that one. So the color can be an indication as well. So we'll see if there's anything under here. And there is not. So we will continue killing. Oh, we found a ring. Excellent. Okay. While we have a chance. Okay, this ring is unidentified, and that's where the Tome of Identify comes into play. To use a scroll, we right-click on the tome. Notice the cursor has changed. So now we want to say, okay, this is the one I want to identify. So we left-click, and this tells us all about it. This is the Tangerine Ring of Light. It adds 10 to our attack rating. It adds 5% to lightning resistance, and it adds a +1 to the light radius. Okay, so let's do this. We have our character stats and our inventory. So, +10 to attack rating. So we look here, our attack rating is at 135, so that should increase. And lightning resistance. Right now, lightning resistance is 0, so that should increase as well. So we should see higher numbers here and higher numbers here. Equipping the ring. There we go. That's increased, and we now have lightning resistance. And that will the lightning resistance stays there all the time as long as I'm wearing that ring. So, if I take it off, both numbers decrease. That's how that works. Also, with the light radius, this is kind of hard to show, but at least it's a little bit dark right now. So, see how the light is right now? And you can kind of see the outer edges right in this general area. If you look right here, as it goes around us. Okay, with the ring, this is how much we have. If I take the ring off, you can see how that darkens up a little bit. Like I say, it's not that dark right now, but this will help, especially when we get into the cave. So, where are we? We're up in the corner here. So let's go back this way. Looks like there's a structure here. Okay. I don't think we missed anything up in the corner here, because that's almost like a shared wall with the camp, but you never know. So, nope, we're good there. But so now all that is filled in. Do we need to get rid of stuff? No, we've got plenty of room. So let's continue on. Okay, this is where our quest is. So we'll eventually get to there. So again, this is the rock we've just overturned, looking for things. Oh, I hear voices. So here's the chest, same thing. This is where the targets have stuff in it. And occasionally, whether there is stuff in here or not, if it's empty or full, it can actually send out fire or lightning or something else that would cause damage, like a booby trap. So they will do that. Here's a little bit larger group. Nice scepter. That should give us some more money. And a lot of times, you can just move into an area and the enemies will come to you and try to attack. You don't always have to chase them down. And another thing is, as you're moving around, if they have to move, they cannot attack. So notice as we move around here, he's not attacking me. But as soon as I stop, then he will try to attack. And there's another loose rock. And here's a dead rogue from before. So looting the bodies can help you find gold, equipment, potions as well. So we'll see. There we go. Gus found some gold. So we'll see what the rogue has. We found a potion. So that got added down there. And since I have this mana potion in this slot, the only thing that would be added to the belt in this slot would be another mana potion. So that healing potion we just picked up was added here. Since I don't use mana very much, we'll swap that out. Come on guys, who wants to play? There we go. And clicking on an enemy and holding with the left button down will allow it to just continually attack. Okay, that's damaged, but we could probably get some gold for it. And more armor. Another way to do a multiple attack or a continuous attack is by holding the shift key. I can do it here. Shift key will just keep my character in place, and then I can attack in any direction I want. I can do it by clicking each one, or I can just hold the click and it'll continue to attack whatever direction I have. So, just some little things to know if you ever want to play the game. Oh, here's a gem. Chipped sapphire. Now remember, the gems can be put into items that have sockets. And eventually we'll get to a point where we have too much stuff in inventory. And we either need to move inventory items around, or drop them, or go sell them. Okay. That sound tells me, hey, there's an attack coming. So this one was booby-trapped. So we have another skill shrine. And we still have plenty of room, so we'll activate the skill. Come down. I hear them. There they are. And you can also run to attack. See, by running I was able to get in front of him a little bit faster. Think the map is weird? What's weird about it?
I am overburdened.
Okay, that says either we've got no more room in the inventory or we need to move things around. We basically have no more room. So let's see what we can do here, if anything. Move that over. Move that over. Yeah, there's really not too much we can do. About a damaged hand axe. Crude buckler. Those are leather gloves. Damaged boots, we'll get rid of those and pick up the gloves. So, okay. So, oh, how it blends in with the background? Yeah, there are ways you can make that change as well. And using the arrow keys, you can move it around to see what's there and change the different settings. So, while you mentioned it, with the options, you can do the fade. Right now I have it set to no. So if I say yes, or it's center, alright, fade everything, or it can be an auto fade, okay, or no. So let's say center. So it's centered. I don't usually use these settings. I leave it at the default no because I turn the map on, I look at it, and then I turn it right back off. So I'm not really sure what the difference is there. So it could fade everything. Okay, so it's kind of like a transparency setting. Oh, I want that one. So auto. Let's see what auto does. Thinking it might just start disappearing after a certain amount of time. And again, maybe not. But, okay, that's how that works. So, back to no. The center when cleared, if I leave that, if I put it at no, and then go back, when I bring up the map and I want to look around, okay, you notice where it brought it up to start with, which is where my character is. So if I close it and bring it back up, it brings it back up to where I was at the end, or the last time when I was looking at it. If I leave it set to yes, and then bring up the map, okay, it's here. That didn't change. Should have centered it back. It's there. There we go. Yeah, I like to check things out because some folks are curious about that, and I don't think to show that. So, but that's how that works. So I have it set to centered when cleared. So when you first bring it up, it shows you where you're at. That's what the blue X or the blue cross is. That's you. So if we go move it around, say, oh, I want to look over here and go check that out, see what's there. Move it way down. When I clear it, but I use the tab key and I bring it back, it centers it back on me again. which is the way I like it. I like to know where I'm at. I don't have to go search for it. So that's how that works. Those are the damaged boots. Inventory is getting full. So, we're at the very end here. So let's see what else we can find. Actually, these packs aren't too bad. They seem to be a little bit larger than I expect them to be. A cap. Okay, notice the color of the cap name? That's going to tell me there's something to it.
I can't carry anymore.
And since I can't carry it, let's swap it out with something. Crude buckler, we don't need that. Press the Alt key. Okay, it had a socket in it. So, this would be something we'd want to take with us. So, let's see if we can find anything else. Some more potions or single items, basically. Actually, let's just run down to the corner. Oh, there's... Okay. And you can bring the map up while you're doing things. Okay, here's another NPC. Notice she has something, some information to tell us. Could be helpful, could be, what are you doing here? Go away, you need more experience, things like that. So let's see what she has to say.
Turn back. I can tell that you need more experience to fight safely in the next wilderness. Halt. You should complete Akara's quest before venturing further. Search for the den in the wilderness closer to camp.
Thanks.
So that gives you additional information as well. It's like you don't have enough experience to go into this area, and we already have a quest that's active, and we need to complete that before we try to venture further out. So nice to know. So that gives us the whole map area for this first quest in the first act. So we've covered the entire map now. And that took about an hour and 45 minutes to do, with all the talking and the breaks and stuff. So we're there. So since we're getting ready to go in to do our quest, let's go. We'll get in the vicinity. So here's the den. This is where we're going to go. Now, we picked up some town portals. Oh, also the gem. Here's what we'd do. We can add it to a weapon. Anything that has a socket, we can add a gem to it. So right now it's just our sword, the short sword. So this particular gem, chipped sapphire, would add 1 to 3 cold damage if we added it to the weapon. If we add it to an armor piece or a helmet piece, it would add 10 points to our mana. And if we add it to a shield that has a socket in it, it would add 12% to the cold resistance. So that would increase the resistance down here. So, since we don't have anything else that is socketed, let's go ahead and add it. Actually, before we do that, okay, it's going to add 1 to 3 cold damage to the weapon. So notice, 1 at the lower end, added 3 to the upper end, and it turned blue, saying this is now magically affected. So we have the gem. Everything else was white before, now it's blue. It's not blue because it's a blue gem, so it's just blue because there's magic has been added to it, extra abilities. But look how much our experience has increased. This is why it's nice to use the shrines on occasion. Some are good, some are bad, so you gotta kind of pick and choose, see what happens. So we're at level 3. So we should be doing fairly decent here. But we've got all this stuff in the inventory, and we're about to go questing, so let's go back and we could probably sell all that. Oh shoot, we could have put it there. That has a defense of 3, that has defense 10, so we'll keep things the way they are. We'll go ahead and head back to camp and sell things. But rather than going back to camp by walking or running, we can use a town portal. To do that, we right click on the tome. Okay, because we have the tomes. If it was just the single scroll, we would right click on the scroll. But right click, and that brings up a portal. Also, we're now down to 2 because we had 3 before, and we're using 1. So we go into it, and it tells you, like right there, it says we would go back to the Bloodmoor. Before it would say it was going back to the encampment. All the town portals will lead you back to the encampment, or they would be a different color and send somewhere else. Hey, no problem, Digital Valor. Appreciate it. Yep, got to get the homework done first. So, we have items we want to sell. May need to get things repaired. Actually, do we need to stash things first? No. These are okay. Leather gloves 3, say leather, that's 6, so 11, 23. So everything we have is better than what we picked up, except of course for the scepter, and barbarians do not use the scepter. We can, but we don't. There would be some items that we would not get. We would not get the resistance to fire or addition to might. Anything in the parentheses, like says paladin only, that means only the paladin character can receive that increase. So, except for the scepter, everything can be sold with Charcy. Actually, we could sell everything to her and be done with it, but so you know, we might need that later. I'm going to hang on to it. That bow is actually pretty decent. 3704. We'll send that to Akara. So that takes care of that. So we will go back. 3 to repair all of our items. That's good. Okay, sword needs some repair. Good, 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 and good. So it's just the sword that needs a little bit of repair, so we'll go ahead and repair that. So that takes care of all that.
Thank you.
So now we'll put the bow in our stash. That'll be a good one to have. And then these other items, everything is full down here, so I don't use the stamina potions very often. So, oh well, thank you, Seasidler. Like I say, I don't know. I've had people tell me I'm talking too much before on some things, and so I don't know where the cutoff is basically. But I'm glad you're enjoying the information. So these 4 items, we'll just go sell those to Akara. And if we're in a hurry, we can run in camp too. There she is.
Yes?
And she healed us, so we're back up to our maximum level. So we're going to sell these. That's just, I mean, that's great. 2 scepters like that. I have not had a good start like this in a very long time, so that's quite nice. So, the tomes, I know in the current version I'm going to assume that they can handle up to 20. So we can add more scrolls to each tome. I like to have about 10 in each one when I have them, because the scrolls, town portal, and identify can be picked up during the travels. So again, to buy it, you click on the buy button, you can left click, and town portals cost 100 gold. So we say yes. So that increased us to 3. The other way to do it is by right clicking. You hear it move up. So now we have 4. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a good amount to hold. And we'll do the same thing for identify. We have 3 at the moment. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We have potions. I don't worry about mana too much. Mana is expended casting spells and doing the fancy stuff, and Barbarian doesn't do that until later levels. I think I said that before, but just to make sure. So, we've got everything repaired. We've added to our tomes. So let's go back. Put our gold in our stash. Excuse me, Warrive. There we go. You want to deposit, it asks you how much. You can change it. If you want to have some gold on your person, you can, but I like to just put it all in there. So we move it. So now we've got a wide open inventory. Lots of room for gold. Let's do... Yeah, we might as well. I like adding to the sword mastery when possible. So let's go ahead and do our stats. Like I said, I like to go 2, 1, and 2. So 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. There. Now let's see, the values have increased. We're all set. Now, if I forget where the portal is, bring up my map, and the golden cross, that tells me that's where my portal is. So that's where I would head. And there it is. So we're going back to the Bloodmoor, so we just click on it. Boom, we're back at the Den of Evil, and notice the portal is gone. When you activate your portal, you use it to go back to the camp, and then you can use it again to come back to the spot you initiated, and then that's done. There are other ways and tricks to go about that, but at this level I don't usually worry about it too much.
There are many foes here.
So, quest log. So kill all the monsters in the den. So we need to explore the entire den and make sure we get all of them. While we're here in the dark, remember I talked about the light radius? Watch what happens when I take the ring off. See how it dropped down? Kind of gives you a little bit more of an idea. When I put it back on, you can see it expand a little bit. Now, a +1 increase is not really huge, so there is a difference. You probably don't see it too much, but it is there. And it does help. So, see what we can find here. Now, because I picked up the scroll of identify, notice it didn't put it into an empty slot. It automatically increased and put it in the tome, which increases the quantity. Another nice thing about the tomes. So, this is what we've explored so far. Look at this, gargantuan beast. Come on, play tag. Now, he froze and turned blue like that. That is because of the gem that we inserted into that socket on the sword. So we had some extra magical abilities helping us out with that one. We never know when those are going to happen, but we do know that they happen. So, zombie. Oh, it's happening quite a bit. Now, did you notice that some of the items, the creatures that we killed, let me come over here. The creatures that we killed were revived. That means there's a shaman out there somewhere. Watch, let's see if he'll do it again. If we wait long enough. Okay, so he's a little further out than our level is right now. Our distance. So these guys aren't going to be revived yet. If at all. There, see these? They're being revived. So more than likely, the shaman is over here somewhere. There he is. So now that we've killed him, he's not going to revive anyone else. But another shaman will. I'll just concentrate on killing things here. We'll pick up stuff as time allows, and the crappy stuff will be dropped later on. But everything we pick up down here can be sold as well. And that's true for anything that you find. Notice we also have another shrine. This is a mana shrine. If I were low on mana, I could come up to this, take a drink out of it, and it would fill up my mana globe over here. Right back up to the maximum. And looks like chat dropped again, so let me refresh that. Hopefully we get connections back. So I don't know if anyone has said anything since that last comment, but hopefully if anything is said now, I'll hear it again. I'll see it. Oh, that's interesting. I was pressing my Control Q, and the quest came up. So Control is something different, but Control Q should have muted my microphone, so I apologize for coughing in your face like that, folks. Hey, Pocket Raptors, how are you doing? Okay, yeah, I'm sorry I didn't see that. All I saw was the welcome to chat message, or the welcome to the chat room, which tells me my chat session dropped again, so I had to refresh it. Welcome, sir. Glad you're here. So where are we at? Let's go back up. Continue filling in the blanks here. Oh, another shaman. Okay, so let's come back. Oh, we're all good there. Let's see if we can fill out this corner first. Now, as I'm running, you can see my stamina go down. Oh, 2 shamans. Okay, well, I was trying to avoid that. Okay, that fills in down here. And good thing we came down here, because a lot of other stuff kind of snuck in behind us. And we're doing okay, so I don't need to worry about healing up just yet. So, we will head back. Missed me. Come up. I think we already got everything here, right? That's where we came in. So we'll head over this way. Everything here was cleared out. So we'll go up the steps. And that should bring us up to current. There we go. Okay. And we just leveled up too. That's nice. So we'll just add it. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Okay. And since we leveled up, our life is right back up to the maximum. We've healed ourselves. We'll head up here. See what else we can find. Sometimes when you check the quest, you'll get to a point where you'll be able to see how many are left. I think it goes around 5 and starts counting down. There was a glitch at one point where if you got down to like 5 monsters left, but allowed the shaman to start reviving them, then it would change to 666, which was kind of neat. Don't know if that was done intentionally or how that ever came about, but that was one of the glitches that they had. And we're not there yet, so we'll kill that one. But the pack is getting much bigger. So, it's very possible we're getting near the end of the quest. Let's see if we can get it to happen. Still not yet. Okay, Shaman's coming over. See if we can draw them over this way so they're not revivable. See, do we get all of them over here? Seem like some were revived. Okay, so there must be... Is he over here? No. We're already over there. How about over here then? There he is. Okay. There's another one. Still not yet. So we still have quite a few to kill. So that takes care of that. We might be getting close. See what we have left. Nope, not yet. I want to see if I can get the glitch to happen here. It would be kind of neat. There's certain conditions where it happens, so see what we can find. Now, notice the difference in colors. These zombies are just regular old zombies, basically. But this one, Corpse Fire, he's like a special dude. It's kind of like a boss monster. So he'd be a little tougher to kill. So let's try and knock out his little cohorts here first, his minions. yet. Nope, not yet. Still got a ways to go. Okay. Okay, so we still have this area to explore, so maybe there'll be something over there. Okay. That's what I was waiting for. Now there's 5 monsters remaining. Hopefully I did not kill the last shaman, because if a shaman is still alive, he might be able to revive others, and we'll see the glitch of 666. There's still only 5 monsters remaining to kill, but we would see 666. Oh, well, John, my condolences. I'm glad you're here, so hopefully you'll be able to relax and rest a little bit from that. Look at all the good stuff. How much room do I have? Oh, we don't have a lot. And we have the new ring. But since we have a spot for the ring, let's see, was there another one over here? No, just rejuvenations. Healing, healing, healing. Got some nice armor. So, let's identify the ring. It's a ring of strength, so it's going to add 1 to our strength. So, right now we're at 37. And adding the ring gives us, like we had 38 skill points now. So, are these anything fancy? They're just regular old quilted armor. Cracked, we don't need that. Arrows are nice to have. We can buy them if we need to. Let's move that over. We need... Those are going to be just like these, take up 6 slots. So, we already have a hand axe. Of course, the other thing we can do, let's see. We'll take the club. Use the portal. We can use a town portal. See, it takes us back to the rogue encampment. Let's go see Geed. Keep him kind of happy as well in the loop.
Let's deal, my friend.
So, daggers. We'll sell the club. Whoops. Quilted armor, quilted armor. Those are fairly cheap. See, now even this wand is kind of worth some good change as well. So, we'll take that over to Akara. Arrows are usually easy to come by, so we'll go ahead and sell that. Okay.
Thanks.
We'll go see Charcy, sell her some things. She might be able to repair, she can repair stuff if we need it.
Good evening. $15 to restore everything. Yeah, looks like that sword could use a repair. Gloves are okay, belt is okay, armor is okay, helmet is okay, shield is okay, and the boots are okay. So it's just repairs to the sword. And since it's magically enhanced, that costs a little bit more to repair now. So now we're good. Back up to 24 of 24 on the durability. All right.
Thank you.
So now we go see Akara.
The Order welcomes you.
She heals us. Actually, these mana potions and the rejuvenation potion I'm going to keep. We haven't used any from our belt, so and we'll sell stamina too. Okay. And we're doing fine on our scrolls, so we are good.
Thanks.
Go back to the stash, put things in there so we don't have to carry them. There. And stash the gold away as well. All right. Back to the portal. So now we can pick up those 2 items. There's nothing else. Cracked leather gloves. We'll go ahead and grab it, but that'll just be for whatever gold coin we can get out of it. We have 5 remaining. 5 remaining monsters. There's one. Alright, okay. He did revive some. Oh, it didn't do it. Okay. I guess that was later on. Okay, there's 2 there. Only 1 left. Let's see if he's going to revive those. Oh, so even though he revived them, they still don't show up on the list. So that must be what the glitch was from before.
I am overburdened.
I am? Yes, I am. Okay. That's unidentified. That's unidentified. Another thing, when you sell an item that is unidentified, you will receive less gold for it than you would if it was identified. So, it's usually a good idea to spend the money to buy the scrolls and identify items whenever you can, because you'll wind up getting more gold for them in the end. So now we need to find the 1 remaining monster. There he is. That does it. Now we brought light back to the cave, back to the den.
The rogues are safe for the moment.
Ta-da! Okay, return to Akara for a reward. So that's what we will do. And by finding all the monsters, we've identified the entire map, explored the whole thing. So there's not much else to do. So we will just head back. And I'll leave the map up and we'll just run for a little bit. Because there really isn't anything else to pick up. But you can see how much you can actually get a chance to run with the different stamina levels. When I've run so long that my stamina is almost gone, there it turns red. And then I just release the run, let it walk, and my stamina starts increasing again. Now I could have turned up there earlier and taken the shortcut, but I wanted to show you how the stamina worked. So we can run, and it goes down, and now we're back. But the stamina goes up, and it goes up a little faster when you stay still and relax. So, we're at this point. We could transport, use a portal, or we could walk back. The other thing is moving into this area over here, because I played before, I know that there is a waypoint that we could use, but I'm not going to do that yet, because if you were playing this from the very beginning, you most likely would not know that it is available. So we're going to just we're going to head this way. We're going to follow the trails and head back to camp. So if I were playing as a new person, this is what I would do, and it's actually what I did do the first time I played through, because I didn't know where I was going, so I followed the established trails. And with the stamina getting low, we'll slow down and walk. You can see it moves up pretty quick. Now if I stop, look how much faster it goes. So, and we're back. So, before we go, that's what I'll do. Yeah, hang on. Let's go see
Good
Keith.
day.
And we do our bragging.
The only good demon is a dead one, I say. By the way, did you happen to find anything in that cave you'd like to sell?
As a matter of fact, yes, we did. Look at that, cracked leather gloves. A whole 6 gold for it. Now, this item, leather armor, unidentified, has a sell value of $240, or 240 gold. So, 240, unidentified, and unidentified for the quilted armor is 57. Let's identify the quilted armor, which currently is 57 sell value. By identifying it, they know what it is and what it can do and all that other good stuff about it. So now look at the sell value. It's worth 120 gold. So we basically doubled the value. So based on that, the leather armor may be close to 470 or higher, or that general area. So let's see what that would be worth. 295. Okay, so not as valuable, because all it does is add 3 to mana. So the different magical values can also have an increasing modifier value on gold available. So, but he's not too bad of a guy, so we'll go ahead and sell that. But to show you what I was talking about earlier, Geet is saying this is worth 295 gold. Say our thank yous. Now let's head over to Charcy. Lurk refresh by death. Hey, nope, not a problem, Glinda. Clinda? Is that how? Am I saying that right? Or is it K-Linda or Clinda? I'll go Clinda for now, I think.
What you need?
Okay. So. Oh, shoot. I should have done that first. So, but notice, Charcy is also saying the value of this is 295. So, it doesn't matter which merchant you go to. Whatever value one has, the other will have as well. So, we'll sell that. Arrows, that's a pretty good amount. 350 in the quiver is the maximum, so I'll probably hang on to that one. The short bow is worth 50. I'm almost positive the other one is worth more than that, but let's go double check it just to make sure. Everything is good. We don't need to worry about repairing anything. So
Thanks.
let's go check our stash. Oh, I know what we need to do. We didn't brag. No, darn it. Talk. So, Den of Evil.
You are truly brave and skillful. Akara was worried about you.
Oh, how nice.
Thank you.
Okay. So that one we keep. This is a superior short bow with magical abilities. So just to give it an idea of the difference in values. We'll go see Geed again because he's close by. And since we already talked to him before, he does not give us a greeting. So we'll trade. So the superior short bow is worth 101 gold, whereas the short bow is only worth 50. So we'll sell the short bow. And that takes care of that. Armor is 23. That one only has 9, but this one has 32. So we may want to consider upgrading at some point.
Thanks.
Back to the stash. Put away the gold. Put away the bow. We're good on scrolls. So, the only other thing we would want to consider doing is possibly upgrading armor. So we know Geed had some. And also, when you're doing this, sometimes when you look at something in one of the merchant's inventory, you leave, go talk to the other, and then come back, that item may be gone. So, there is that possibility. Okay, here's one. Defense 32. If we're going to replace it, we're going to want something that has a higher defense and possibly more durability and other abilities than what you currently have. Right? Obvious. I mean, you want to upgrade, you don't want to downgrade. So, the defense of 23. So 16 we don't want, 8 we don't want, those we definitely don't want. This one is 23, which is what we currently have. This would be defense of 32 with higher durability. But I think, didn't Geed's have some magic abilities on it? Let's see if this will work. So we have a studded leather, 2043, excuse me, 2000 leather. I'm beginning to have trouble talking, so we're getting close to the 2.5 hour mark. And strangely as it sounds, or as it is, 2.5 hours is about what I needed to make one of the affiliate achievements. I kind of expected to do that over a Monday through Friday period. I've already streamed on a Saturday and a Sunday within the 30-day period. So counting today, that would give me 3 days. So I would need a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And that should hopefully make me eligible for affiliate. So I guess we'll find out. 20, this one. There it is. Okay, see, this only adds 2 to strength. So I'm not going to worry about that too much because that's over 600 gold difference in cost. And that's that's not worth it. So we'll go buy the one from
Thank you.
from Charcy, if she still has it. And she does. Excellent. Right? There was nothing else higher than 32. So we will buy that. Which means we can sell this one. Now, okay, sell value on this shield of 322 gold. So we want to look for something that's going to be around $600 or 600 gold. Ooh, faster hit recovery. That's a good thing to have. Okay, that's defense of 9, but no magic. Defense of 10, 30%. Okay, same chance to block, but has the magic ability on it. So 1652. That has defense of 13. So I think, based on that, we'll just keep what we have. So, this is what we just bought. We can sell that one. And we don't need to repair anything. So,
Thanks.
don't want to be rude. So we'll come back, deposit our gold. And now we are set for the next act. When we... Oh wait, no. We still got to go see Akara. So we've seen Geed and we've seen Charcy. So we'll talk to
Your
Ori.
presence honors me.
Do our bragging.
That which does not kill you makes you stronger.
Well, thank you, John. I appreciate it. I hope I do. I mean, it would be nice. Not sure what I'm going to be able to do with it until I can get a better internet speed, but my daughter has started her student teaching internship, and I am not going to make any changes until after that is completed for this semester. So when she is done and everything is submitted and she says she's done, then I will start looking to upgrade things as much as I can.
Thank you.
Okay, now we need to talk to Kasha.
Yes?
Brag.
I'm surprised you survived that test, Outlander.
Go see Akara. She may reward you.
She's surprised we survived. Is it just me, or is Kasha really a bitch? I mean, I don't understand her attitude.
Thanks.
I'm nice to her. So now we'll go see Akara.
Hello.
Now, see? Her little comment with the exclamation mark shows up. That means she has specific information that she wants to convey to us. And all of the characters we run into throughout all the acts and all the quests will do the same thing. So if you see that symbol, that means that character has some information for you.
You have cleansed the den of evil. You've earned my trust, and may yet restore my faith in humanity. Your reward is training in the skill of your choice.
So you notice that popped up over here. So she gave us an extra skill point. Hey, Big Daddy. Glad you could be here. How you doing, sir? So, she already knows. She gave us the quest, so we don't have to brag to her that we've completed it. That's automatically happened because we came here. So let's see if there's any new gossip.
I understand that Cain is the last descendant of the ancient Horodrim, and that his knowledge of their lore is vast. He could prove to be very useful in discerning the nature of our current crisis.
So, there we go. We don't need to do any trading, so we are
Thank you.
basically done. So, now that we've talked to Akara, we'll check our quest log. And it's now completed. So now, something else is going to have to trigger one of these other quests. So, let's... Let's see, where are we at? Oh, just right at 2.5 hours. So, let's see if we can trigger the next quest, and I think I'll call it a day from there. I need to stretch out, lay down, try to get my back to release. So, but this has been fun. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've played these older versions without expansion packs and things, so I'm rather enjoying it. What do you folks think? Has this been enjoyable?
My rogue scouts have just reported an abomination in the monastery graveyard. Apparently, Andariel is not content to take only our living. Bloodraven, one of our finest captains in the battle against Diablo at Tristram, was also one of the first to be corrupted by Andariel. Now you'll find her in the monastery graveyard, raising our dead as zombies. We cannot abide this defilement. If you are truly our ally, you will help us destroy her.
Interesting. So did that trigger the next quest, I wonder? That must... Yep, Sisters to the Burial Grounds.
Death has done nothing to weaken Bloodraven's combat skills. If anything, she's more deadly than ever.
Okay. So, and now we have a new quest. So, that's what needed to be done. We needed to talk to someone, we got it triggered. So now we have to look for Bloodraven in the burial grounds next to the Cold Plains. So we are set. So, let's go gather the intel from all the other characters.
Good evening. Bloodraven fought valiantly against Diablo in the catacombs beneath Tristram. She was never quite the same afterwards. It is now obvious she brought an evil influence back with her.
Well, Seasidler, I'm glad you enjoyed it. This is Diablo 2, so there is a Diablo, and of course Diablo 3, which is available on Battle.net or through Blizzard. But with Diablo 2, you do not need to play Diablo 1 to know what's going on in Diablo 2. It's helpful, but they're all basically their own kind of standalone. The original Diablo 1 will obviously explain a little bit more about some of the stuff that's going on here. But if you do not play Diablo 1, you're not going to miss too much. It's just nice. I like to have all of them. I'm weird that way. If I get a second series in the series, I got to have the first one, and if there's any after, I'll try and add those too. But that's just me. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hopefully, if it's something you might want to consider trying, it's really fun. Like I said, you would probably wind up, if you could find it, and the current version is 1.14d, as in Delta, so. But there's all kinds of stuff that can be found out there. So let's see what Wareve has to say about the Sisters' Burial Grounds.
How can one kill what is already dead?
Good point. It's
Thank you.
kind of what we're trying to do here, though. Right? So let's go see Geed.
I'm sorry. The undead are bad for trade. I have a strict no-return policy.
Yeah, nice guy.
Thanks.
And Charcy.
Bloodraven was the leader of a rogue band that once fought Diablo at Tristram.
Okay.
Thank you.
So that takes care of all the intel. Oh, I mentioned waypoints before. This is a waypoint. So right now, you can see it's for the rogue encampment. So when you click on a waypoint, if you've been there before and activated it, you'll see this symbol. All of these waypoints are not active yet, so we would need to find them. We're going to be traveling to the Cold Plains, so rather than having to walk back and forth to trade things in, we can use the Cold Plains instead of a town portal scroll to go back and forth. The nice thing about waypoints is once the waypoint is activated, it's available every time you use it, so you can use it whenever you want to. Oh, okay. Yeah, this game can be kind of a grind, especially at this level. This is the normal level, so as you get into other levels, it can get, totally hectic. There's like hell level and nightmare level and all of that, and I think hell is more than is even more hectic than nightmare. But like I said, to see that kind of gameplay, Extimus is an excellent Diablo 2 player. He on YouTube, it's he would give you the gameplay of the extreme higher levels. This is very low level, and compared to the other two versions that are out there, or the other two levels available, difficulties, this is very, very easy. So, but this is Diablo 2. It's version 1.14b. It's not the current one. It does not have the expansion pack on it. So it only has the 5 characters that I mentioned before. But there's nothing else to add in the quest. We've talked to everyone. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here. I need to kind of move around a little bit, and I've been trying to avoid taking my pain meds this early in the day, and I'm going to go see if maybe I can just lie down and stretch out and see if that'll help. Maybe go throw the ball in the backyard for the dog and make him happy for a little bit. But I appreciate everybody being here. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Idaho Moose Man. I'd really love it if you could spread the word, help me get going. I am trying to make affiliate, so please do all the following and the liking and all that good stuff. Anything and everything, spread the word. And I appreciate you everybody being here. So we'll go ahead and save and exit. And you can see there's the version down there. Now this is my ending screen, and I would have something else scrolling here in the middle, but I haven't got any of that set up yet, so I'm still working on it. Still fairly new at this, trying to learn how to work some things, but that's what I have. Thanks again for being here. I hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm going to try doing this game every time I stream for right now, because this can definitely go on, and I mean thousands and thousands of hours into this game. Folks have played it for years and years and years, going on decades. So it kind of has its own cult following. So I enjoy it. I like playing at the normal level. I haven't really done too much more at the upper levels, but maybe one of these days I'll work up to that. So hopefully I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Not sure what time. Like I say, I do not have a schedule set up yet. So there's a lot of things that I'll still be doing, trying to work on, and hopefully things can get better as I go. Would love to have any feedback you guys have. Feel free to, you can put comments on the videos later. I do have a Discord set up. I don't have a bot set up to do the Discord notifications, but I believe if you'll scroll down below, you'll be able to see the the Discord panel, and that will take you to that'll get you an invite to join the Discord if you like. Would love to have you there. You could leave comments, feedback in that. Check things out. Let me know what you think. So, again, I'm Idaho Moose Man. I appreciate you folks being here, and that'll take care of it for today. I hope to see y'all next time. Bye-bye.